IO, irresistible offers. I need you to drop into the comment box for me so I can see if you are looking to create irresistible offers. Okay, so let that be the first thing that we do as part of this live web class today. Drop IO into the comment box for me. So, what I'm going to do actually is talk to you guys today about creating 5 types of irresistible offers. I actually like to say FIO, freaking irresistible offers, okay? Creating compelling products and services for your prospects, okay? So that's what we're going to talk about today. Now, before we get there, let me start here and say, welcome. It's your girl, LaShonda Henry here, aka Sister Sense. Always excited to jump on here and share some smart things you can do to work on your money, your marketing, and your sales goals too, with strategy and intention. Now, before I forget to mention, because sometimes I do, feel free to turn on alerts and notifications so you can see when I'm live, so you can jump on here live with me. That's number one. And number two, take this opportunity to share this out, because that's what it's all about. Share this particular session with your business besties, whether you tweet it or you hit the, tag them in here, or you hit the share button, whatever you need to do so we can have some more business besties in this cash flow conversation. Okay, so for the last couple of days, I've been talking to you guys about making money online, becoming a money magnet, working on your income streams, working on your side hustle gigs and goals. So we're going to continue this conversation because yesterday I shared with you, if you've got a goal, one in particular of making at least $100 a day, which is a pretty respectable goal, by the way, because if you could do 100 a day, that's 30 days. That's 3,000 for the month. And if you can work on getting an average of 300 a day, 30 days, that's 9,000 for the month, right? So somewhere between 100 to $300 a day, I think you'd be pretty okay if you can work on that particular goal. We talked about that yesterday, and I kind of broke down for you 5 different ways to get to the goal of $100 a day. So I said today, what I'm going to do is break down for you 5 different types of irresistible offers you guys can create. Okay. So hopefully you are excited about today's conversation. Hi, Melissa. Welcome, my dear. Yay. Thank you for joining me. Now, feel free for those of you who want to become a money magnet. First, I want to actually see that if you could drop MM into the comment box for me. But I do have a fabulous free series for you guys over at sistersense.com/magnet. So outside of the irresistible offers we talk about today, if you want to work on becoming a money magnet and manifesting more money into your business, again, that free audio series you can find at sistersense.com/magnet. Okay. Now that I said what I wanted to say there, let me help you get clear when it comes to irresistible offers that you can create. Number one, I want you to think about DFY. DFY is done for you services. Now, I'm actually just going to give you all 5 of these acronyms, and then I'm going to dig into them into more detail. So we've got, when it comes to irresistible offers, my top 5: DFY, DWY, MFL, PIP, and DBO. Some of these maybe you know based on following me, but if you don't, you're in for a treat. Okay. So DFY, why is that an irresistible offer? Because guess what? There are people who are busy. There are people who have a lot on their plate. There are people who like courses, they think they're great, but they don't got time for all that, right? So they want you with your talent, with your skill set, with your experience to do it for them. Okay. Which means the first irresistible offer on my list is DFY, because that's one of the easiest ways for me to get paid. Clients who come to me and say, LaShonda, can you do this for me? Can you build my website? Can you create graphics for me? Can you ... whatever that is. So if you do have DFY services, great. But if you don't, consider your area of expertise, your skill set, the stuff that people oftentimes are looking at you and going, oh my God, how did you do that? I would love it if you could do that for me. Whatever that is, DFY your way to creating a new irresistible offer. Number one. Number two, DWY, done with you. Okay. A few years ago, I decided to create and coin the term DWY for myself. Don't know if other people use it, but I said, you know what? there are a lot of people in this world who like DIY, do it yourself, right? And then there are some people who go, look, I need premium support. I'm willing to pay extra for DFY, done for you services, right? And then there are people who want kind of a little bit of both. They're looking to do things on their own, but whether it be insecurity, lack of confidence, or frustration. You ever tried to do something for yourself and then you look at it and it's like, it's not working. I can't get it the way I want it to be, even though you really want to do it on your own, right? That's where DWY services come in. They are irresistible offers because they give the people the opportunity to learn how to do it themselves, that whole teach a man to fish saying, right? But at the same time, if they're stuck, if they're frustrated, if they're having any kind of difficulties, you doing it with them gives them the extra support that they need to succeed. Right. Great example of that is my weekend workshops, these intimate experiences where I'm working with a small group of ladies, usually less than 10, and we're working on projects together. A lot of times people will say, you know what, LaShonda, I love that you're sitting here and you can help me set these things up, because when you design it, you do it in 5 minutes, it looks amazing. I do it 50 hours later, it doesn't look like I want it to, right? So being able to help clients directly with a done for you workshop experience, or even done for you one-on-one. So I had a client, maybe I want to say 3 or 4 weeks ago. She said, LaShonda, I looked at the ConvertKit training. I loved it. Thank you so much. But people are saying that they're not getting the stuff. It's not working for me. So she watched one of my training videos. She started, got really excited, created her sign up page in ConvertKit, but a few technical things weren't working. Good thing for her, she's one of my VIP clients. So we had a VIP day, right? I was able to go in there and help her update her pages, test out, figure out what wasn't working, and make it work, basically make it work the way it was supposed to, right? I say that to say that's just another example, whether it be one-on-one services or a private workshop. Those are examples of done with you experiences that I create for clients. I even have clients who literally will come out to Greenville, North Carolina, where I am, and work with me for a few days or just one day so that we can do it together. Done with you experience. That's number 2. Can you create something like that? Are people asking you for extra support? Because here's the deal. There are a lot of people right now who are creating courses, and courses are great. DIY content is great. DIY is not on my list today. Why? Because while courses are great, some people are creating courses that are not selling for them, right? Some people are struggling to finish a course. So I wanted to create other examples of things that you could do outside of DIY ebooks or DIY courses. They, again, DFY for me is the top, because there are a lot of people who pay me premium dollar, top dollar, to have me do it for them. That's why that's number 1, done for you services. What can you do for people? Number 1. And then number 2, also I say DWY, number 2, because there are people who would like the DIY, but they also would love it if you did it with them. So done with you services. And I'm going to be honest with you, some people are just exhausted. They're drained when it comes to courses. Like, to be honest, how many of you have taken courses and now you're just like, for real, I don't want to do another course? We, in some, I won't say all industries, but some industries are so overly saturated with courses that people are like, look, I've tried it. I am still not quite where I want it to be. Can you do it for me, or can you do it with me? One of those two. That's why in the place of DIY, or in addition to DIY, when it comes to creating irresistible offers, I recommend, can you find a way to either create, number 1, a done for you, or number 2, a done with you? Okay. Hey, Sonia Michelle. Melissa says, great point about the DIY. Hello. Afi, author of My Faith, is in the building. Hey, Miss Shalita. Melissa says, I start courses and don't finish them. Okay, so you know exactly what I'm trying to say, right? There are people who maybe they're just kind of done or tired of, trying to do it by themselves, whether it's a DIY ebook or a course or anything else. So you being able to help them, something they would pay for. Like, think about it. Think about something as simple as, well, not so simple, but think about if your sink gets clogged, right? So our sink, my hubby was like, when you made the chili, did you put the oil down the sink? And I was like, I did. And it's cold. So it got clogged and he had to fix it. but I have a handyman in my house. If he wasn't here, I would need to go and find somebody to unclog it, or I would go to DIY it, go to Walmart or wherever to get something to put in there, right? So either you DIY it or you have somebody do it for you, right? Irresistible offer. So, okay, let's talk about number 3 on this list, which for me is MFL. MFL, what does that mean? More for less. More for less. People like to get the best bang for their buck. I want you to think about, and feel free to drop into the comment box so I could see the last time that you guys got something, and maybe it was recently that you bought something and it was amazing because you got a whole lot for less, right? Yesterday, when I talked about, and again, watch the whole series of web classes that I've done this week on money conversations, cash flow conversations, income streams, and more, making money online for entrepreneurs. That's what we talked about. And by the way, I'm doing these daily web classes every day. So if you're not already aware of that, make sure that you turn on alerts and you tap the bell for notifications to see when I'm live so you can jump on here live with me. Okay. Think about the last time you got a whole lot for less. People like that. It's a freaking irresistible offer. So yesterday, when we were talking about making $100 a day, I said, can you price drop? Can you take something that you're selling that's maybe $500 to $1,000? Can you price drop it and give people that awesome bundle for $300 to $100 range, right? Do you got something that's $100 or $50? Can you price drop it to $5 or $20? Because if you can do that, people go, oh my God, you're giving me something that's 1,000 for like $100. What is that? 90% off? I want it. You're going to create those FOMO, fear of missing out experiences. That makes an irresistible offer when people go, I got to get it now before it goes away. So literally this week, over at success.com/TS, which stands for time sensitive, I've rolled back my $100 clarity calls to $30. And I'm like, look, you can get 10 clarity calls with me in a bundle. 10 calls, lock in the $30 rate. It's one of the great resources that I'm dropping the price on over at success.com/TS. It is MFL, more for less. What does that mean to you as far as what you sell? Can you create some sort of offer where you're dropping the prices and giving people a great rate? That's number 3. Number 4 is PIP, paying in parts. I don't know. It's been a while for me since I've done this, but think about for yourself, if you have recently gotten anything on layaway, right? Layaway or installment plans. Why do people like those? Because they get what they want without having to pay for it all the way right away now. So when you think about what it is that you're trying to sell right now, can you allow your customers to pay in parts? So great example, I gave to you the opportunity to get literally for $30 a call. I mean, nobody's doing that. Nobody's doing mentorship calls. An experienced expert like myself. Come on now. Look, I always love to give y'all some good at reduced rates, right? So I said I'm rolling it back to $30. The reality of the situation is that's irresistible. It's not going to be around forever. It's just around for a few days and then it goes away, right? Think about that, number 1. And then there are people who go, okay, so 10 calls at 30, I could do that $300 today. I'm getting it right now, LaShonda, right? And then there are people who go, oh my God, I want it before it goes away, but I can't pay for it all today. Please, what can you do for me, right? Trust me, I know this because ladies have emailed me that. And I'm like, I got you. You could do the 3-part payment plan. If it works for you, you can pay in full or pay in parts, PIP. That strategy allows you to open up your offer to more people, which allows you to bring in more money, PIP. Number 4. Number 5, DBO. DBO, I read this book a long time ago. It was called Desperate Buyers Only. For real. It's about you getting people in who desperately need what you want. Do you know, or are you selling things that people desperately, like people come to me and be like, whoo, girl, I got an event next week. I need you to help me create these products now, or I need to get a website like yesterday. When you think about compelling, one of the compelling words is need. Do your offers create an emotion in people when they go, I really need that? Now, make sure you go over to sizzlesense.com/magnet to get your free Become a Money Magnet audio series. But I also want to share more strategies with you as far as things that you can do this. But you can always email sizzlesense@gmail.com if you have questions for me. Okay. Now, let's dig in a little bit more. I did see a question here, but does that make people think it was overpriced in the first place if you drop it that low? No, I don't think so, because the reality is, I would say it depends on the offer, but my offer is you can talk to me for $100 an hour. Right? No, forgive me. You can talk to me for $100 for 30 minutes. That's my current rate, right? I'm going to be honest with you. There are people who charge $500 for that. So my offer is already reduced based on the industry standard. There are people who charge $300 for 30 minutes or $500 for an hour. So my 100 at 30 minutes is significantly less than my peers in my industry. So when I go back and I say, hey, I'm going to do this for you now, it's like, wow, right? That's number one. But number two, when I think about those price point drops, honestly, the reality of the situation is you're giving people a reason why you're doing this. I always give people a reason, right? And in some cases, the last time I did something like this, and by the way, it's over at sizzlesense.com/TS for time sensitive. The last time I did something, I said, look, I've been doing clarity calls for well over God knows how many years now, 5, 6 years. I don't know. It's been forever. It's been a long time since I've done my calls at a rate of $30. So I'm going to give you an opportunity, a small window to get it at that reduced rate. I'm giving you a reason. I'm not just telling you that it's, hey, it's $30. I'm telling you why. Right? Same thing when you go over to sizzlesense.com/TS, the opportunity that I've reopened for a few days, I've given you a reason why. So you got to make sure that people are aware of that, number one. And number two, of the value of it based on industry standards in comparison to other people. And honestly, if they think it's overpriced, then it is what it is. I mean, I always tell you guys, it's about finding the right bodies, not everybody. Not everybody is not going to be for you. I mean, even it doesn't matter what price, there's always going to be somebody who goes, "Ooh, girl, that's too expensive for me." That's why you've got Old Navy versus a Gap versus Abercrombie and Fitch. You know what I mean? Like, or I think Banana Republic, Gap, and Old Navy, if I'm not mistaken, are owned by the same people. It's the difference between getting a t-shirt for $5 at Old Navy versus getting one for like $20 at the Gap versus getting the same damn t-shirt or something similar for like $30 or $40 at an Abercrombie and Fitch or a Banana Republic. Everybody's going to have their own rate, and you can't please everybody. It's just about getting to the right people for you, right? That's just a side note, by the way. So again, it's up to you whether or not you feel like that price drop is going to work for you and work for your industry. But again, making sure that it's only for a limited time and you're giving people a reason why you're dropping the price. Those are things that I strategically do and encourage you to think about too. So last one on this list, like I said before, is DBO, desperate buyers only. Now, when I told you about that, my whole concept is this may not apply to everybody. This is why I'm giving you a list. My whole concept is there are people out there who really need what you have. Have you clearly expressed that this particular thing that you are creating is something that people really, really need, right? Are you good at doing that? Is something for you to consider. And then there are people who, when they come to me and they purchase from me, there's a lot of emotion in that purchase because in a lot of instances, it's something that they really, really need, right? And I don't know if that ebook is still online, but it was called Desperate Buyers Only. And at the time, I was desperate to figure out how to get better at marketing. I was like, I'm good at creating content. How do I get better at marketing? And this book just was like, it appeared online, and literally it was $100. And it's funny because my older videos, I used to talk about, who spends $100 on one little ebook, but you'll spend as much money as you think you need to spend to get the thing that you think you need with big capital letters, right? That was the first time I invested that much money into a digital product, and I didn't regret it because it was a great ebook, and I got what I needed out of it. I even became an affiliate and started promoting it. to other people. So, number five, DBO, desperate buyers only. Who needs your stuff? Are you creating conversations to really get that need across? And I'm going to give you guys a number six. I said I was going to give you five irresistible offers that you can create, but here's number six, POP, pop. As a web designer, I'm oftentimes in conversations with new clients and they go, LaShonda, I want my site to pop. You know what I mean? And for me, POP means different things, but one of those things is to create pretty original products. Pretty original products. Funny enough, at my last workshop, I remember one of my clients saying to me, your stuff is just so pretty. I just don't care what it is. Whatever it is, I just pay for it because it's so pretty. And funny enough, at that same event, that was my girl Janelle. One of my other clients who was there, Matissa, Chef Matissa, amazing chef, by the way. She always talks about how we eat with our eyes and creating a food or presentation of food that's visually appealing, right? But truth be told, we don't just eat with our eyes, we buy with our eyes too. Like, think about how many things you have recently purchased that were visually appealing to you. That made it an irresistible offer because you looked at it and you were like, I gotta have that. So I want you to think about that when it comes to your presentation as far as your sales pages, but honestly, before your presentation, your product. What does your product look like? And guess what? Some of you may go, I'm not really selling a product. I'm selling a service or I'm selling something digital. Well, baby, your digital needs to be on fleek. Your service, like if you can't show people visually what that service looks like, maybe you create experiences where you're showing them pictures of clients where their smile is like from here to here, like they're super excited. That visual of people being happy to work with you and the results that they get from you, that's going to sell you for real, like better than half the other things out there, right? So POP, when it comes to your pretty original products, pretty original presentation, because presentation matters. So let me show you something right now. Hold on one second. Pop. Okay, so I have been releasing my new bags over at sistersense.com/bags. And this is one of them. This is the hustle bag. And I draw, I do have graphics products that I produce myself, but I invested a lot of money into working with different illustrators. One of my favorites designed these characters for me, and then I designed several bags. I also had this particular caricature drawn that I invested in as well of me so I could create this bag. I've got like 3 different bags right now. This one is of me and it says she believed she could and so she did. It is my go-to bag. I use this every day. And then I even have my purse here. Again, you can go over to sistersense.com/bags if you want to see or grab any of those from me. But they're visually appealing. Like when I released these, people were like, oh my God, I have to have that, right? Then I've got my notebooks, my Girl Boss notebook. I'm going to be seeing my sister next week. I'm going to New York, by the way. So if you're in Brooklyn, let me know because I'm going to do a pop-up one-day workshop. I'm going to be in a lot of places, actually. Brooklyn, I'm going to be in South Carolina, in Vegas, and possibly London for my UK people. So email me, sistersense@gmail.com if you are close to Brooklyn, Vegas, the UK. I'm going to be in London and South Carolina, Myrtle Beach, and I live in North Carolina. I'm doing events in those 5 locations. I'll let you know when, how, and all the other details. Let me know. The pop-up in New York is going to be in Brooklyn next week. And then I'm going to be doing my Spring into Action 3-day weekend workshop in Myrtle Beach so we can do business on the beach. It's going to be so much fun. That is in April over at sistersense.com/spring. But email me, sistersense@gmail.com. Again, now I mentioned that because the last time I saw my sister, I gave her this to give to my niece. And she was like, I'm gonna have to keep this for myself. Then she went online and bought a bunch of them, and then she started promoting them on Instagram. And I'm like, my sister is crazy. She's the cutest. But the reality is, that the visual got her. Like she absolutely loved it. And that's what I want you to think about when it comes to your presentation, your products, and your packaging. Right, great swag. Absolutely. Are you creating products that are visually appealing? Now, I have a series of books that I'm working on, and they're in different colors. There's the green one, there's the blue one, there's the this one is the orange one. This was on the 3-hour workday routine. I remember when I shared my breakthrough bundle. I don't know if you watched a training I did, and I was like, look, I've got a breakthrough bundle for you guys. You can go to sistersense.com/BTB, get the breakthrough bundle. I'm going to talk to you for an hour. So you're going to get a breakthrough session with me. You're going to get 1 year in my DDIP domination implementation program. Plus, I'm going to send you out some free goods. One of my clients, Miss Ulika said, oh my God, I need that book. And she was literally on the live, like the first person to sign up because she was like, I need that. Pip pop. You've got to work on your presentation, your packages, and your products to make them visually appealing to your audience. Okay. And I'm working on my books. I'm working on my branding. I am working on my notebooks. Here's my new journal. It's the last one that I'm going to share with you guys before I go back into the session for today. But this is my new baby right here. It's a little sneak peek of my new Goal Digger journal. There are 6 of them that I'm working on and I'm releasing this year. This is one of them called Faith. And I'll be using my characters on different products throughout the year. But again, I say that to say this. It's all about what you're working on when you're putting your packaging together, your branding, your products, and your presentations. And if you don't feel like you're creative enough, sometimes you got to put out some money to work with people who are going to help you. Like I said, I'm a designer, but even still, I did pay for my illustrations to be made, right? And I do work with illustrators from time to time to add that additional pop and polish onto what it is that I'm trying to produce. So because I'm about to wrap up for today, let's go through a recap, especially for those of you who are just coming on here. Make sure that you turn on alerts and notifications so you can see when I'm live, so you can jump on here live with me, number 1. Number 2, if you don't mind dropping this URL into the comment box for me, sistersense.com/magnet. If you're looking to become a money magnet, drop MM into the comment box so I can see. If you go over to sistersense.com/magnet, MAGNET, you're going to get the fabulous free Money Magnet audio series so I can take you inside of some things that you can do to work on your revenue goals. Thanks for sharing those gems. I'm so glad that you were on, Melissa. Yay! I really wish that I could see you. And hopefully I get to see some of you guys in person when I go to Brooklyn next week, and then maybe some of you guys in Vegas and in South Carolina, but we'll see who I get to meet in person. I do love when I get to hang out with y'all virtually. So let's go through this list. 5 types of irresistibles that offers you guys can create if you're looking to create more compelling conversations with your audience. Okay, number 1, I said DFY, done for you services. There are a lot of people out there who don't want to do it themselves. So can you create something where you do it for them? That's number 1, right? Literally, okay, I'm going to say this before I give you this list. So I'm always looking at different products and services. And I was on Facebook today. Literally, I saw the picture of a wig shot, and the wig was all crazy looking. I think it was a model too. And then the next shot, the wig was perfect. It is for a wig laundry. Okay. So people literally, and it's a business. I didn't know, but it's a business where people, they take their wig to that particular laundry place and they wash it, they clean it, and they make it look good again. There's a demand for everything. You don't want to clean and wash your wig? Go to this company. They do it for you. Done for you. Number 1, done for you services. It's an irresistible offer. What are your gifts and talents? What do you do that other people will pay you to do for them? That's number 1. Number 2, DWI, done with you services. Things that people kind of want to DIY part of it, but they know you're an expert. They're not as confident as they would like to be, or they're frustrated because things are not coming out the way they want it to be. Can you have a done with you experience so they can learn, but they also get the extra support? number 2. Irresistible offer number 3, I said MFL, more for less. Can you create an experience, a bundle, a good where your price dropping, some maybe your higher price point offers, not forever, but for a limited time, so that people can get it in that window? Something that is MFL, more for less. That is number 3. Number 4 is PIP, pay in parts. Okay, layaway, installment plans, they ain't going away, because again, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Payment plans work. So can you create some sort of pay in parts option when it comes to whatever it is that you're trying to sell, especially if you're trying to sell HPP, high price point offers, giving people payment plans that opens up your opportunity to make more sales and their opportunity to actually get what you've got. Okay. So that is number 4. And then number 5, I said to you, DBO, desperate buyers only. There are a lot of people out there who are desperately looking for something that's going to fill a need for them, see a need, fill a need, and they would buy it from you today. Do you know what your people need? Do you know some of the things that they're desperate for? Because people are ready to open up their bags and their pocketbooks and pay you. But a lot of times you guys are trying to sell something that you clearly haven't worked on your marketing message enough so that people know. Or honestly, there are times when people just instinctually know that's something that they need. It's a perfect fit, right? Again, confused buyers don't buy. When it comes to trying what you have to offer, is it appealing to a DBO, desperate buyer only market? They know they need it. Number 5. Number 6, I said to you, I'm going to give you a bonus, POP, pop. Are you creating POP, pretty original products? Are you working on pretty original packaging? Are you working on pretty original presentation? POP, making your stuff pop visually, because again, people buy with their eyes. If they're visually excited about what you got an irresistible offer right there. So hopefully that's helped you guys get clear. Like I said, I've been talking about money conversations all week. So make sure that you turn on alerts and notifications so you can see when I'm live, so you can jump on here live with me. Women who hustle. Welcome, my dear. Welcome. Again, feel free to share this out. I would love it, as a matter of fact, if you guys could take like a second or two to share this out, or tag a business bestie who maybe would find this particular session helpful to them. Let's see. Zillionaire says, great ideas. Awesome. Thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate you for that. If you enjoyed this, right? If like Zillionaire, you thought these ideas were great, could you tap on hearts or likes or notifications, whatever it is on the platform you're on, Periscope, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, wherever you're watching me right now. So you can just kind of let me know, or even go into the comment box and let me know which of these you really dug and are excited about trying today. Okay. So you can say, oh my God, LaShonda, I'm going to do a DFY, DWY, MFL, PIP, DBO, or POP. I've given you 6 instead of 5. Drop into the comment box and let me see which of these you're excited to try. Now, last but not least, as you know, I am on here every single day doing these live web classes. So make sure that you are following me live. You're turning on those alerts and notifications. And then you can always email me, sistersense@gmail.com, so I can know what kind of topics you want me to cover. Okay, so if you guys have business questions as an entrepreneur when it comes to monetization, marketing, and sales, creating irresistible offers, working on your income goals, email sistersense@gmail.com. Let me know what topics you suggest I talk about next, and feel free to let me know where you are in your business right now. If you are looking for someone to give you a little bit of direction, inspiration, motivation, I'm here for you. Okay, so you can always email, again, sistersense@gmail.com. So that's it for today, y'all. Remember, you can grab the Become a Money Magnet audio series. You can start listening to that absolutely free over at sistersense.com/magnets. And if you'd like to work with me directly, personally, I am working on several workshops that are going to be across the globe, literally. The next one is going to be next week in Brooklyn, New York, then followed by my workshop in South Carolina, followed by me being in Las Vegas, because I'm going to be speaking at Epic in Las Vegas. I'm going to do one in here in North Carolina. I'm going to do another one. And I'm also planning a trip to the UK, to London this year as well. So those are 5 locations that if you are there or close to it and want to see me, maybe I'll do Atlanta. I don't know yet, but email sizzlesense@gmail.com if you're curious about where I'm going to be, when I'm going to be there, and how you can be there too. All right. And of course, for those of you who want to come out and have business on the beach with me in April, Spring into Action, April workshop, we're going to work on you creating programs, premium packages and programs, as well as your own custom notebook like this one right here. One of my signature projects when I do my weekend workshops is we work on putting together a custom notebook. So we're going to do this at the Brooklyn workshop and at the Spring into Action workshop as well in Myrtle Beach, North Carolina, which again is at sizzlesense.com/spring. I know I said I was going, but I want to make sure that you guys know everything that's happening next. And what's happening now. So, alrighty, my dears, that's it for today. I'll talk to you more about money conversations tomorrow. Till then, take care. Mwah!